This week, we'll find out what happens when Cadillacs meet dinosaurs. All that and more on an all-new episode of The Superhero Show. What's up, nerds? Welcome to the Superhero Show, the only podcast that dives into the insanity of 90s superhero cartoons. My name is Cassie. This season, we're starting it off with a whole new series by popular demand. And by popular demand, I mean the three of us battled it out and decided that we are watching Cadillacs versus Dinosaurs. And I personally couldn't be more excited. And I know my co-hosts also couldn't be more excited. So let's just go ahead and bring them on. First of all, there's Ryan.
This is our first non-Marvel show.
That's crazy. What is this considered?
This is indie as hell, right?
Super indie, not even like the fake indies. This is Mark Schultz's own. Mark Schultz is the writer and illustrator of the original comic book Xenozoic. And yeah, he just put this shit out like a madman.
Maybe Mike can tell us all that once you introduce him, Cassie.
I know. This person came on knowing all these facts, and I couldn't care less. Ryan, what do you think about dinosaurs? And
They're
only
fine.
you, what do you think about them?
I think that they're real stupid, and I hate to say this, fat. Why are they all so fat? Maybe calm down, fucking dinosaurs. Sorry if I sound dinosaur about them, but I don't like them.
Oh. I was supposed to be on your side until that pun, Ryan.
Best extinction of all time.
There we go. Let's go. And I'm sure the person who will have no problems with all of this and doesn't care about dinosaurs at all is, of course, Mike.
This season, I'm Joe. If this season you're Cassie, I've decided this season I'm Joe.
Joe.
Mama?
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. That's what we were waiting for. That's what the people wanted. Why Joe? Is Joe still going to have Mike's personality, or are we getting a whole new...
Because I already hate Joe.
Wait, what do you want? Do you want Mike's personality? Do you want something new?
I just, Ryan, when do we have this conversation
Joe's
with
a
him?
blank canvas. But paint. What do you guys want to see out of Joe this year?
Can do a kickflip.
Less racism.
Done. Done.
Bald.
Oh,
All right, give me a few. This is that's my personality trait.
Bald is. It absolutely is. Have you met a bald person?
For sure. They all have the same personality trait.
They stand like this with their arms out like they're about to fight no matter what.
You get it. You're ready, Joe. Well, I'm very excited to dive into this. This first one, let's go straight to it. We watched the very first episode. Obviously, we're starting this off. It was titled Rogue. And when we're covering this first one, I don't know about you guys, but they're throwing a lot of lore at us. So we are jumping, we are getting straight into a lot. So this first episode is a lot of us trying to figure out what this world is.
How many times did you guys check to see if you were watching the actual first episode and not like season 6, episode 25?
Mm-hmm.
And I like get it all out of the way, I guess.
Get all the info out of the way?
Yeah, this is a 23-minute exposition dump.
It's so fun to watch a exposition dump where the writers don't want to do it. They're like, let's get through this boring stuff so we can tell our stories. Hey, bros, just tell the stories. We'll figure out where Wahoon is in relation to the city by the sea. We don't need overly clunky ass description while you're driving there.
I hate to admit this. I did watch this episode twice because I'm a podcast professional, and Mike watched it 3 times. This is the most first 20 minutes of Phantom Menace ass, like, Congress bullshit I have ever seen in a savage land of Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Yeah, I guess we get a plot here, but it's so much everybody just turning towards the camera and be like, here's the thing you might want to know about this world.
Yeah. And it's all crazy terms. Like, everything is a lot. But the very first intro I did want to give to Mike, because we do open up with just like some scenic dinosaur shots.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike, as a dinosaur boy, were you instantly excited? Were you shouting which types of dinosaurs they were? Like they're like Pokemon?
And when you look at pictures of dinosaurs, Mike, and jerk off, do you call it dinosaur shots?
I do.
Okay.
Great.
Also, there's 2 moons. Why are there 2 moons? I understand that in the future dinosaurs come back for no reason because we've blown ourselves to hell. But why are there 2 moons? This is on Earth.
I don't know if it was. That's part of the when it really confused me if they were trying to make it so we knew it wasn't Earth, but so much is connected to Earth that I was like, I don't know, maybe just another meteor. I can't tell you.
At a certain point, we see a big building that says the New York Public Library. You think that's on fucking Venus, Cassie?
Hey, there's alternate dimensions, Joe. Okay, step off. I don't know what's going on yet. This is the first episode.
Maybe you should have bought the 354-page trade collection by Mark Schultz.
We're all not as committed as you, and I'm sorry that you are the better podcaster out of all of us.
The comic rules, you guys. It's so sick.
I believe in the intro to the first the opening credits, which I don't know if we're going to get this every episode or not, but they detail all the things that have happened, and it's basically society has gone under. Oh fuck yeah! There's dinosaurs. Did I mention that? And it's Earth.
Yeah.
Our Earth gained a moon.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll take it. Yeah, so we get this intro, we just see dinosaurs, and then we have like a convoy coming to explore this city in the sea, I believe is where their goal is. But this convoy gets ambushed by poachers who at this point I don't know if they poach car parts or animals. We don't know. They're bad guys. That's all we need to know. They blow up their whole like convoy with like cars and stuff. They take their brakes is what they're excited for.
That's some blue collar. Oh, they take their breaks. I thought you meant because if you're on the clock, you're always hoping for your next break.
Yeah, they gotta get it. They gotta get their 10 minutes in their 30s before their 5th hour. Obviously, this is where it cuts off. We get this dramatic moment, and then we get the intro song, which absolutely slaps. It is just an electric guitar and electric piano, just kind of rocking it freestyle. It feels like, but I'm here for it.
When you guys were listening to that song, did you imagine that in the recording booth were like anamorphic Cadillacs and dinosaurs playing all the instruments?
Yes.
Yeah, obviously. You know us, Ryan. After that, we then get to meet our hero. Once the intro's done, we get introduced to this guy who's cruising along dinosaurs and like a lowered caddy. Jack Tenrec is his name. He's shredded. He wears a sleeveless shirt, and he's rad as hell is what we need to know from this intro. Everything's going well. He's just cruising until he sees like a fire, and it's a town on fire. And then we find out that this town is blaming everything on him, basically.
Yeah, he rolls up to help, and there's a water brigade trying to put out the fire, right? And they're instantly like, "This is your fault, motherfucker. You told us we could build here, and the dinosaurs would never attack us. But a giant shivat attacked. And we don't know what a shivat yet is."
Shivat is what you do when you're carrying a couch and the person won't move around the corner. That's what you scream.
And then you stab him in the gut with a shiv.
Shivat.
So there, he's like, "Oh wow, I guess he was like, I don't know what's going on. I led you guys astray."
Wow.
Oh wow.
They're like, "So we're going to kill these dinosaurs." And he's like, No. We can't kill the dinosaurs. The machinery of life is a balance, and we have to maintain it. And they go, "We're going to kick you right in the nerdy nads." But he does promise if it comes back, then he'll do what he swore to never do and kill the dinosaur.
Yeah.
So this guy, who again is like central casting lead character, early 90s, right? There's nothing different about him than every other guy that we had to watch as a lead. Says that all life is in harmony, and I promise you that dinosaurs won't attack. The wild animals do attack. He says, "I'm going to do everything to fix it, and if it still doesn't work, then I will do what I said I'd never do, is kill him." And they're all like, "Fuck you, you piece of shit. We hate you."
Yeah. They're so quick to jump on hating this guy, and it seems like he's the only one holding up the good portion of this town, and for some reason they're all just like, "Yeah, we have to listen to this buff dude."
Yeah, well,
but we don't like it.
We learn at some point, sorry, I went Italian there. We learn at some point that he is of the old blood mechanics, and they are the spiritual guides of this new world.
Yeah. And on opposite of that, we have two groups, and they have both met up in this episode. We have the poachers, who we've already talked about, led by Hammer, I believe.
Yeah. The poachers all have like hammer, wrench names, tools.
Fucking badass. I mean, I get they're bad guys, but sometimes you got to respect the
these
game.
These are Cassie's people.
That's pretty badass.
My favorite was Philip said Screwdriver. He was a baller.
We have also who turns out to be like a councilwoman, I think, who's just there to kind of like take down the old mechanics, and her only goal is expand and tear down the land.
Yeah, there's a council of 3 that lead the city in the sea, and we learned that Mullet Lady is one of those 3 and fucking hates Jack Tenrec.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
You
Stop
stopped
what?
rhyming.
Oh, was I rhyming? I didn't even know.
For a
I was
long
just
time.
like, I was so tapped into Machina Vitae that I didn't even know.
Macchiato vitae.
Macchiana
Obviously.
Vitae, the machinery of life.
And macchiato vitae to both of you.
I'll have a grande Machina Vitae.
And we find out, so they're met up at like night, and then that's when we find out Hammerhead put a device on the Shivet to make him like make the dinosaur angry and destroy towns. And the councilwoman, I should look up her name. I'll call her Mullet Girl. She
Mullet girl.
let me, how do I phrase this? She's a girl and she has a mullet basically, and she's teaming up with him because this is how she's going to get council to turn their back on Jack.
She says she wants to destroy people's belief in balance. That's insane to think you're good or right. But it is all she is like super. It's 90s. Like she is super capitalistic. She could fight Captain Planet. She's like, why don't we get to destroy all nature? Why don't we get to kill all animals and build wherever we want? So,
I mean, yeah, like this is, if you didn't grow up in the 90s, basically everything once Ecology Day, or what was the day that we got? Tree Day. Everybody started
Arbor Day?
No, it's something different. All the bad guys wanted to destroy the planet, and I'd like how upfront this lady is. I think that the show is saying this is what happens when you put a woman in charge. Is that this like I think the show is like anti-female. You know, it's just going to be a dictatorship, but she is just straight up build, drill, baby, drill. This, and she says like this whole balance thing is fucking bullshit, and it's because she wants to put condos everywhere. Like that's the whole thing. It's just power.
beachfront property.
And I think that she has this like modern thing. How much I related to this show shocked the shit out of me, but I think it's this thing of like Jack Vitae, and what's his name? Jack Tenrec is trying to plan so all generations can continue forever.
Yeah.
And I think that she very much has this modern day capitalist thing of like, why the fuck would it matter what happens to the earth 10 or 100 years after I'm gone? Like,
even though they're clearly dealing with and know that they're dealing with the past generations' same arrogance. And that's why the world is the way it is. Man, good thing real people aren't like that.
Exactly. We then get to learn more about another one of who's going to be a main character for us. One of the girls who was on the convoy.
The one girl. Don't say one of the girls. Hannah, and she's a fucking hero. She led them away from Cheris after he got hurt.
I'm so sorry. Put some respect on it. I know her as Dundee because it sounds cooler.
That is her last name.
Hannah Dundee.
She's from Wahoon.
And since she's like out here trying to like get more info on City and Sea, see what they're up to. And while there, she sees Jack pulling up in his Cadillac and thinks he was part of the poachers who attacked them earlier. So she shoots down his car and they have a whole little, I guess, meet cute situation.
Yeah, she crossbows his tire and he flies out of the car. And
so
then
cute.
The show shouldn't have done this, but we need to. There's a weird frogman that says, "Hey, you got to preserve life," and then the weird frogman goes away. Let's not deal with it.
I'm trying so hard to pay attention to what's happening, and then all of a sudden, Jack has some dream about a frog. There's frogmen too,
and I'll say that in the comic book series Xenozoic by Mark Schultz that I do own now, the frogmen show up way later. And it is like what the fuck? This world is weirder. They like ease you into the weirdness of the world slower and at a better pace in the comic than this.
I would have loved that choice in this cartoon. Later.
Well, and that's for adults. For kids, they like throw it all out of brand at once.
They're going to love this freaky little half Ninja Turtle guy that will just disappear. They're going to love it.
But it is confusing because she thinks he's a poacher because he's in his Cadillac, I guess, and he's a big strong man. She was also riding in vehicles, so her only proof that he is a poacher is because he was in a Cadillac. And this is when he's like, no, I'm the enemy of the poachers, the blood of the old mechanics, of course. Mechanics and poachers have always been enemies. But then she doesn't know how a car works.
But
Trick was in a Jeep.
Mike, you had the whole speech about respecting women earlier, and then you're going to call her a Trick?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't respect this woman.
First of all, Mike, they are called illusions. And second of all, there's something going on about how like Cadillacs are made for form over function.
Mhm.
And all of her cars are made for function over form. And so is that what's confusing? Is that like, why would it look like this?
She doesn't know what a tire is or how to change one. Because she's like, why am I doing all the work? And he's like, well, you attacked me for no reason. That's why. We learned she doesn't know what the radio is or how it works.
Yeah.
She's a diplomat and a scientist, and she's supposed to be smart.
She also, because she's a girl in a savage land, ripped off her bottom half of her shirt as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Tires and pterodactyls. Would that have been a better name?
Yes. Pitch it. That can be our Asylum style cartoon where it's the same thing but worse.
Hold on, I'm gonna call Hollywood real quick.
When he finds out she's a scientist and a diplomat, he says, I hate scientists more than I hate politicians.
Yeah.
That's our hero.
Yeah. And she's into it.
We're supposed to be linking with this guy, and we probably were in the 90s, but now
Right.
for somebody to say, I hate all politicians except for one, and I hate scientists, that feels like leaning a different way.
Well, he doesn't say except for one. He hates all politicians. When we turn on the radio station, this is how Hannah learns what radio is. It's the mullet lady going full Rush Limbaugh. And apparently she does this every day, and just about how the mechanics are obsolete and stopping progress. So he kicks his own radio until it's free.
But it's pretty good because she says, oh, what does it do? Let me listen to it. And he says, oh, I don't think you'll like it. We only get one station, which is what we're watching happen in real life today, that you only get one station. That is typically you would think that it just has to complement the fascist. But this one is the fascist in the podcast studio doing all of the episodes.
And it seems like every episode is titled Jack is the worst piece of shit I've ever met. And this is why the town is easily hating him and quick to blame him, because that's every broadcast.
The Jackaganda is working hard.
Yeah. But when they're driving to his like mechanic lair, I guess. I think they just call a garage. Hey guys, I forgot the term
You're
garage.
the car person, weirdo.
Oh, car hole.
I was in I was in nerd podcasting mode, and I'm so used to there being a layer, I forgot about garages for a hot second. But then we meet another member of the team, Mustafa, and they're just kind of like, oh, we also meet Hermes, a very important member of the crew, who is just a dinosaur who somehow they befriended. Don't worry about it.
He's like a Deinonychus, which in the 90s we called it like a raptor.
Oh, did you guys notice at the library when Hannah Dundee was at the New York Public Library? She had binoculars, and who popped up?
A little raptor?
A little raptor at the library. What a clever girl.
That was like turkey size. They got that right.
If you are going to have a team of good guys in this land, then you need a dino sidekick for sure. Yes. The Flintstones taught us that. But also, he had a metal collar that they never mentioned. That was to control him.
Back in the day when like all Rottweilers had those choke chains, it's similar.
It is the Rottweilers had the spikes that were as dangerous as the Rottweiler.
Yeah. But there is like Hannah screams when we first meet Hermes. There's just a dog. Oh, and then it hugs Jack with its little fucking arms.
Yeah. It just like sneaks up, bear hugs him.
And he's trying to teach the difference between inside and outside. He's like, "You're an outside dino.
This area is not for you." While they're in the garage, Hannah's like looking around and she spots a fire. And they realize it's another town that's been rampaged by the Shivet. So he goes out on his own because he realizes now that this dinosaur is loose again, he has to do good on his, what he said, and take care of it, which is murder it.
Yeah, apparently. He has to turn his back on the balance and he doesn't want anybody else to see it.
Yeah.
Jack does my favorite male lead character thing of they say, oh, we'll go help you. And he turns around and says, I will go alone. And then he thinks for a minute and is like, actually, I could use the help, but now I can't ask for it because I'm such a fucking male lead character.
We then cut to the three council members, and two of them really Wilhelmina is Mullet Lady's name. It just came to me. Wilhelmina run roughshod all over them, and she says it's time to clear forests, drain rivers, and chop down any living thing that gets in their way. And she's like, for the people, but also she tells the other woman counselor, don't be sentimental about human loss. In the same breath that saying this is for the people, she's saying, who cares about the people, right?
I think that if more people, like, is this too lofty of a thing to say? If more kids that were probably 10 years younger than us, maybe 5, if you're a Cassie, had watched this episode, they would have absolutely not gotten this country into the situation that it's in.
It is wild how prophetic it is.
Who would have thought that Cadillacs and Dinos would be matching up so well for us? So Jack's in this town. He's greeted by people who hate him, obviously, and he's like, yeah, I know, I understand. I'm here to take care of it. So he goes up, he climbs a tree, and then he sees the Shivet. And as he's ready to shoot it with the fattest trank dart I have ever seen in my life,
It's a bazooka.
Loaded into a bazooka. They have bazookas, a lot of them, different types. He then sees that there is some device on the Shivet, and he puts together that this obviously is what's making it angry. So the obvious move is to jump on it and try to yank it off.
Jump on it.
Jump on it. It's a pretty intense battle with this dinosaur just shaking its head around and him like trying to hang on, but also just like yanking out this device from its neck. Pretty gruesome.
And this is an angry T-Rex, right? That's what Shivets are. Once he's on the ground with the device, he smashes it, and this angry carnivore just sniffs him and walks away. It just rolls the fuck out.
Well, I think Jack understands that, like, they're only angry if you make them. Like, they're just doing what they do. Like, we can all live here together. But I think that he had to find that thing because, this is being controlled by somebody. Like, only somebody bad could have made this happen. His promises still would have been okay.
Right. And then Hannah and Mustafa roll up, and he's like, here's what happened. And even though she didn't know what a radio was, she says, that's a short-range receiver. That means the controllers have to be close.
Mike hates her.
The gaps of what you know and don't know, Hannah Dundee, baffling.
Mike absolutely hates her. But yes, she was vital for this. She's like, obviously the people still have to be close. This is a close-range device, so I know they're in the area. So they then go search for the crew, and it is some of the poachers and Hammer. They get in a whole little battle thing. It seems to be a thing that we're going to have where Jack just battles a Hammer. They just have to have a fight every once in a while.
Well, is Hammer mercenary? Like, does Hammer and his gang's ideology align with Wilhelmina? Or are they highest bidders?
They don't. Yeah, both of them seem to hate Tenrec for different reasons. But they also really hate each other, probably because they have dueling mullets. But yeah, they do seem like, hey, whoever pays us, she paid them in grenades, which is a silly form of payment because you're going to use them in the mission she's paying you for.
Yeah.
They're not smart, okay? He just wants cars and things that explode. So he's a simple man. But yeah, so they get in a little battle. I don't know, they just start grappling, and it seems like Hammer's gonna like straight up murder him, and then Jack's just like, hey, you know that Shivet has your smell, and he's gonna remember you forever, and he'll forever like track you, basically, right? And he obviously gets scared by this.
Then we learn that Hammer has a condition where if anybody says anything to him, he sweats 1 billion gallons of water out of his forehead. Knees start shaking. Mom spaghetti is just on his Hammer shirt. He fucking freaks out here.
And then Jack does. I love every dinosaur man has to do this. Just like Dr. Alan Grant did that to the little kids, saying exactly what a velociraptor would do. Tenrec just describes what the Shivet will do once it finds Hammer, and that's when he takes the fuck off. And then there's a growling sound. It's the Cadillac, though. Once Hammer realized it was the Cadillac sound.
A classic team. This is when you know the team is going to be so strong and so good. And that Dundee, Mike, we can respect women, had a good plan.
I respect women. I don't like how she's written.
You wish that this was Henry Dundee.
Yes.
That you wish that the only woman was Wilhelmina.
They would let her be smarter if her name was Henry. We flash like they're like we've solved it, right? Jack goes to Wilhelmina's office and he throws down the evidence. And he says, I'm going to show everybody. And then she just destroys it in front. Don't give the evidence away, Jack.
So stupid. He just comes in with everything. He's like, I am the only person who has seen this yet, but I know what you were up to. And I'll show them this. And she's like, this one thing? Great. Destroys it instantly. So stupid. And then he's like, all right. And then drives off in a speedboat. Like, what happened to the cars?
His I don't think we see it in this episode, but the mechanics are like on the other side of the big river. The two ways to get to the what did you call it, Cassie? Car hole?
The car layer.
The car layer is you either take it by speedboat or there's a lava moat that there's a drawbridge over. So it's really hard to get to the mechanics layer.
By the way, Cassie, sorry to interrupt this incredible conversation, but Cassie, you finally watched the first episode of Task.
Yes.
Do you hear it now when Mike talks, when he says words like moat? Do you hear it?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear it.
Is that why you got her to watch Task, so you guys can make fun of my people?
So I could understand your culture, Mike. I was trying to connect to you.
No, they just take a speedboat and then they have to get to the moat. Yeah.
Moat.
It's such a bummer when there's words I know that I worked my ass off to stop doing it with, and then there's some that still slips out.
And I guarantee you, I think that a lot of people like you are doing this. It's been so much worse since Task came out. There's been so many more words and so many more vowel drops since that debuted on it.
Well, yeah, watching it is just like being at a family fucking reunion.
It takes everyone back.
Moat. Took his boat to the moat.
Across the water.
All that water. All right, that's the end of this episode. And after one episode, guys, I want to see how you're feeling about this. It's obviously, they had to throw a lot at us, but I do want to check in. We still get dinosaurs, we still get cars. So for my book, still a pretty rad show. But how are you guys feeling? I'll start with Mike.
I love dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
I love messages for the environment. I'm starting to love the comic this show is based on.
Uh-oh.
This is a trash show for trash people.
Is it because, have you watched it too many times? Have you done too much research by chance?
I unfortunately have watched the pilot 3 times.
Yeah. I'm worried that maybe is hurting it. It probably wasn't meant to be watched so many times.
It wasn't meant to be watched, period.
They made it as a tax write-off and it slipped out of the studio.
I know a lot of it is like they're really shoving like philosophy at us and stuff. But overall, we have watched worse things. And you know what? I'm here for this one.
I mean, I will agree with Cassie. Like, I don't think it's trash. I think it's, unfortunately, I'm a little bit sad at how high the quality is. Like, I was hoping for something way worse. And I think that if we ranked this episode with all the episodes of Spider-Man and X-Men that we watched, this would not come in last place.
Oh, no. Yeah, definitely not.
Well, yeah, Wolverine isn't for the 5th time with a sequestered group of people trying to show them the way and that he can be human.
See, Mike, remember that next time you watch this. Think of that and then come to this show.
Mike turns on his TV and it says, Cadillac and Dinosaurs, episode 2, Wolverine is in the Outback. He's like,
All right, so, I mean, we only have, what is there, like 18 episodes, 13 episodes?
13, 12 more eps.
I mean, Mike, we're in this, and it's not going to be, I don't think it could be a terrible time. Appreciate the dinosaurs. I think we're here, and I'm hoping it'll get more fun. But that, we now have to go to our awards. It used to be called Webbies when we were doing the Spider-Man, the animated series, so we got to come up with a new word for that. I don't know, roomies, I don't know, Rorys.
Caddies?
The caddies.
I like Rory's.
Yeah, Rory Gilmore's.
The Rorys. But not only that, we have to figure out what awards we're going to give away.
The Dundees.
It's the Dundees.
Yeah, it's absolutely
That's never been an award, right? In the history of pop culture?
And I think we have 5 that were proposed that we're going to test out for this one. And we're going to see how they work by answering these. And then if we want to throw out some other ones and see if we like those any better. But I'm going to start with the 5 that we're testing out.
Yeah, I definitely have a couple that I'd like to move some of these shitty ones out. Whoever thought of these, some of them are shitty.
So whoever it was, I don't know, the board. But the first one we're going to test out is, of course, keeping it in theme with Spider-Man. We have Yeet of the Week. Mike, what was an excellent throw?
Yeah, one, I think all our shows, time in memoriam, are going to have action. So Yeet of the Week feels like, just a cornerstone
Although
award.
This one was close to not having any. There were so many factions being discussed that I didn't know if we were going to get any.
And this is a little Yeet. Hammer and Jack are like, it's fisticuffs, and then Hammer brings a knife to a fist fight, and then when Jack yeets the knife out of Hammer's hand, Hammer brings a grenade to what was just a knife fight.
Which is his money. It's like throwing dollar bills at somebody.
Yeah.
Making it rain.
But also, if you guys had just a whole bin full of grenades, you're obviously going to throw them at the first chance
Save
you get.
some, throw some.
Oh, I guarantee you, if I was ever gifted or like as an inheritance got a bin full of grenades, I'd be like, okay, do one a year, and then you get to have these for the rest of your life. And by week 2, they'd all be gone.
And so would most of your fingers.
And every neighbor would have a hole in their house.
Ryan, what do you got for best or yeet of the week? Not best yeet.
My yeet of the week is, I think it's Jack goes right up behind a bad guy, kicks him right in the butt, and he falls over. Just fucking toe to anus.
Well, that's what it was. What people aren't told is actually the weakest spot on any human is the anus.
He really, like, the animation really took care to let you know it was the middle of the butt. Like, it was really focused in.
And you know Jack's the kind of guy who wears steel-toed Doc Martens. Just imagine that going right up your bum hole.
Well, he has steel toe around the tinier 4 toes, but then open toe for the big one. So you can get that right in the hole.
Wiggle it in there. Check that prostate.
I'm all surprised we didn't all come to one, which was the one I have, which is when the dino yeeted Jack off his neck, because that's when the
dino did what?
He I'm not gonna give this any attention, Ryan. Think of this in shame. But he literally gets thrown off a dinosaur, which felt like the biggest yeet. But I do appreciate what you guys have brought in, specifically the focus to kicking a guy in the butt. So Ryan, I'll give the butt hole.
The most
Ryan, I'll give
kick in human history.
Ryan, you're gonna get 10 points for butthole kick.
Damn.
Our next award is the Shins present new slang. There's a lot of
too clever by half, Cassie. I can't.
Yeah, you coming up with that on the spot? What?
Yeah, I'm just kind of pulling this here. I know what this means exactly.
Well, there's slang words, right? We all say things like yeet, which is not real language, it's slang. And in the future, there's new slang. And in the past, our past, the Shins were a band that had a song called New Slang. So maybe, Cassie, you were thinking, I can't get this stupid fucking thing out of my brain. I'll share it with people I know and love.
Are you guys... Wow, just in cahoot. I can't believe Mike just ripped that out of Cassie's brain like that.
Yeah, he really gets what I'm about.
She started chugging her whiskey, so I thought I would take over for a second.
I love how the whiskey that Cassie chugs, quote unquote, is from a jug with 3 X's on it.
Yeah,
She's classic.
That's my culture. But new slang, there's a lot of it in this. So Ryan, what do you have for best new slang?
I think for the first episode, if we're going to continue this award, we might as well get this out of the way. It's macchiato vitae. Like, that's that. I mean, it's probably Latin for machinery is life and balance or whatever the fuck. But macchiato vitae.
It's really preached. It's an important one to this one, so that's strong. Mike, what do you got?
I think Jack says it twice in this. Every time he sees something on fire far away, it's the first word we hear him say when he's cruising, listening to tunes, honking at dinosaurs happily. He sees the fire and he says, "Quahoon."
Which is very close to where Hannah Dundee. What's
Wahoon? Yeah, they're so
confusing,
similar.
Guys. So one of those words is a city, and the other one means fuck.
Yep.
There's a T-Rex, and then it flips Jack off. Is that close to honking at dinosaurs? Are those the same things?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is very similar to honking on Bobo, the best Steven Tyler album.
For new slang, I don't know if it counts, but it's just what really stood out to me was old blood mechanic, just because it's dramatic. I don't even know what it means, but I'm here for old blood mechanic because they can't be just mechanics.
Also, I feel like there's some Bruce Springsteen ass shit going on here where my dad was blue collar, so I'm gonna make the blue collar the heroes, even though I'm not. I'm a tiny little fucking drama kid, but I'm gonna make it seem like
I'm an illustrator. Yeah.
It also seems like what people would have easily connected to, and then like when people were, I mean, obviously most people are blue collars, so like they want them to be the heroes.
I know, but in 2025, we're learning that all of the mechanics would have been like, "Go fascist, we like her," but not in this cartoon.
Not this one. It feels like, Mike, the only one. Ours are just terms that are getting thrown at us, and yours feels like some slang that we haven't fully figured out. It might be fuck, it might just be yay.
It's not yay. He says it upsetting. He's not like, sweet, there's fires.
But
you never know.
Don't put that on Jack Tenrec.
If you hate the city that Hannah came from, then you say Wahoon Quahoon.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's get that bumper
Ryan's
sticker
picking
made.
up on this.
You know, people from Wahoon walk like this, but people from the city of the sea walk like that.
It's gonna be huge.
Also, City to Sea is a fucking nickname, not the name of a city. Name your fucking city, fascist.
Yeah, idiots.
But it's by the sea. How they would get confused with all the other cities.
Oh,
if you
fuck.
didn't
San Francisco's
specify
the
that
city
this
by the
one-
bay. Let's call it City by the Bay. No.
Yeah. I'm on board.
You name it after rice or roni.
Mike, Ryan,
Yeah.
you are getting 5 points for that one because it's some slang. Our next award that we're going to test out is Dynamite, which is best dino moment. This one has strong. There's always going to be dinosaurs, so it feels like this could always be an easy one.
I'm gonna flip out if there's an episode without any fucking dinosaurs.
This is a Cadillac bottle episode.
It's the moment Mike walks off
It's
immediately.
just Jack working on his engine the whole episode.
There's only 12 or 13 episodes, and we're going to get one without.
That's the thing is they probably thought they'd have 100 episodes. We know there's only 13 and they wasted one on Cadillacs only. No. I'm going to eat
Never.
that.
Ryan, what was the best dino moment?
Oh, it has to be, what's his name? Dino?
Hermes?
Hermes
Hermes.
sneaking up on Jack. Everyone, like, dinosaurs are many things, but not fucking super stealth. Like, they make water shake in a cup when they're walking, and this guy just tippy toes right behind Jack and then hugs him. That's the dino moment of the week.
I concur.
Yep. That's a resounding 3. That's the best dino moment. And Ryan, you went first, and that you matched me, so that means you get the points. You are getting 17 points for that. Enjoy it.
And you also gave Ryan my points for slang. I just want to point that out. Is that so cool?
I didn't want to
cool.
talk
I'm
about
getting
that, but
hosed.
Wait, Ryan, Mike. No, I think on my notes
she
it's
gave me
correct,
5
but what I
lesser
said,
points than you.
Gotcha. But you only said Ryan's points out loud.
yeah.
You know how to hurt me.
I am excellent at this, and don't worry, the math is going to check out at the end. Don't you even worry, guys. Next award or final award that we are testing out is Moment of Zen, and that's because the show tries to be philosophical. So like, what stood out from you from all the preaching that happened, Mike?
I think it's the 8th time in the 22-minute show that we hear Machina Vitae, but it's when the second time we see the Frogman show up, and Jack is like in the process of climbing a tree to kill that dino, and he's like, he really lays it. He was like, no, the Machina Vitae, it's the machinery of life. It's all about balance.
Up, Jack.
Blah, blah, blah. Like,
can you imagine
so
being his best friend? Even his friends are like...
Well, that's why Jack says it so much, because Mystery Frogman is saying it, and we're like, oh, Jack's just ripping off another culture's religion and telling him to his friends like he made it up.
That is what it's like.
This is Coachella all over again.
Ryan, what do you got for Moment of Zen?
Do we have to, like, if we accept this award and we don't eat it, do we have to come up with a new name? Is this IP that we can just steal?
From The Daily Show?
From The Daily Show.
I mean, they did when they wrote their book, they got around IP from the Did You Know? There's a Were You Aware that Did You Know was copyrighted because it wasn't from history book. So maybe we need our version of Were You Aware for Moment of Zen.
So like 60 seconds of Zen and then we're fine.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. This isn't this is what I said for new slang, but it's machinery of life is balanced. We have to maintain it. Like, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, this one's huge.
My concern, and I don't want to give too much away, is that might be the moment of Zen, or 60 seconds of Zen every episode.
Yeah, there's strong potential for that.
But let's try it.
Yeah,
we
can
could
do
see.
halfway through the season award changes. Like,
Yeah.
we don't have bosses except for the board who said we can't do that.
Oh shit. They're the fascists. They're all Wilhelminas.
For mine, I have when they're what is the name of Mullet Lady?
Wilhelmina. I just fucking said it. That December-esque character name.
Wilhelmina.
We have to
just
change
her
the Decemberist. This
philosophy.
show's a nightmare. Sorry, Cassie.
Her philosophy for no reason is just tear down the forest to build land wherever.
Drill, baby, drill. Yeah.
Drill, baby, drill. It does feel like, obviously, Ryan's is the main one that's going on, but it has potential to always be it. So, Mike, I'm going to give you the points for this one.
Okay. Mine was the same as Ryan's. I'll get those points, but we said the same thing. I just want to be clear on that.
You said the exact same thing?
Yeah. You're such a Wilhelmina.
That's crazy.
Every
Both
time
you guys
call
are going to get...
Cassie that, her mullet grows a little bit more.
I know.
I get more powerful.
I only get stronger.
All right. So after testing these awards, I want to see, do you guys have any others that you want to throw into the mix to see that we potentially do as awards? And Ryan, I know you mentioned that you had some, so I'll let you throw out your nominees.
Yeah, I have a couple. First of all, 2025 prediction. This show, how did this episode that we're watching nail 2025 the hardest? Because I think that might, I mean, like, it'll be in the same realm every week.
Right.
But what specific moment was 2025 just shouted out the hardest?
I like that.
The other idea is because we did Cassie for Spider-Man, the Cassie Award. And so I'm wondering if now we do the Mike Award of the most like roll your eyes, fucking dumb shit, dork, bullshit, asshole moment, dipshit, fucking.
I think there's supposed to be a compliment in here, Ryan. I think it's supposed to
No,
be.
I think you're saying it's a different kind of award.
Yeah, this is kind of the reverse in a lot of ways. But I think a Mike Award is due for this show.
Yeah,
I'll take
it feels in line.
I had another one as what was that show that like where like celebrities had different voices, like people were behind a curtain and they're like, "This is your life," and yet they were like, "I know."
Oh,
that
what was
voice.
that name of that movie, Alien, that had the aliens? And,
Is it
like,
This Is Your Life?
Yeah.
This Is Your Life, and it's can we recognize voice actors from years past? And maybe that's crazy, but there's definitely a strong one in this episode.
Huh. I wonder. I know this episode's name is Rogue, but I don't even know what the second episode is called, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That's it. Lenore is the one woman in the poacher gang, and her voice is just her voice, and she fights over with another poacher over a chicken wing.
How about the award for let's steal from the next episode for this episode, which goes to Mike this week?
Was that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, fuck me. I'm sorry, guys.
It is. I'm worried. Like, it does seem like it made me think that there was a lot of crossover for those, but I'm also worried that maybe it's just the one and this one won't be able to continue on. I honestly don't know. I have one that I don't think could go anywhere either. I just wanted hair inspiration, top haircut of the week, but I feel like it would constantly.
It's going to be a different mullet every week. And also, no, I just checked my notes. The Renegades are fighting over the chicken wing, and they say ladies. She says ladies first in the first episode. Fuck you.
Yes, I know, but she has more lines in the second episode, and you're ruining the second episode.
Well, I noticed it in this episode because I'm not a dumb shit.
You brought out sassy Mike, Ryan. We can't handle sassy Mike.
I think I love. How about instead of hair, fashion choice? Because there was a lot here. There was somebody, or I think it was Hammer, turned a dinosaur foot into a holster for his back. That's like you're clearly fucking peacocking in front of these dinosaurs. So maybe fashion choice of the week would be a good one because that'll probably change every week. And I'm just wondering if we can combine a couple of like new slang, Zen, a little bit. Like, what is the philosophy?
Like phrase that pays.
Sort of, yeah. Like, what is their theme that they say in their fucking C&D way? We can't go more than 5, but I think we've got like 9 good ones.
Yeah, 5 is good.
Okay,
5 is good. So I do think switching up moment of Zen into something like that is needed, because I do think it is probably just going to be the same thing over and over again.
So yeet of the week.
Mike, did you have any that you brought to this episode, or you brought nothing?
I just did the one that you lied and said it was from the second episode when it was in this one. This Is Your Life. Do you recognize this voice actor?
Okay, right. It's just Cassie.
But yeah,
the 4 originals.
Cassie brought the 4 originals, and I did nothing.
Yeah, and this has been established.
All right, how about this? I'm gonna read. I've got 8 here,
sure.
I think, from everybody. So we'll take turns and we'll cut one each until there's 5.
Love it.
All right, Cassie, go first.
Cutting one of them?
Cut one of them. 2025 prediction, Zen moment, dinosaur moment, new slang, yeet of the week, Mike moment, fashion choice, and This Is Your Life.
I'm going to get rid of moment of Zen.
Mike, do you want me to reread them?
No, I'll get rid of This Is Your Life.
Ryan, would you like to get rid of one?
Oh, God. The rest are so good. Zen is gone. This Is Your Life is gone. And I will say, I want to do Mike moment. How do you guys feel about the Mike moment? I'll cut it if you guys don't like it.
I love it. We can do 6.
I think Mike moment is good. Do you think new slang has legs, or is it just us going to be saying a weird word every time?
Yeah, that's fine. Quahoon.
Great.
What the quahoon are you talking about, bro?
Then never mind. I will quahoon myself.
Let's do 6.
Okay. All right. We have locked in our, what are we calling them? Dundees?
The Dundees.
The Dundee Awards. So from here on out, those will be the awards that we will be giving. But that is it for this week, guys. We finished our first episode of Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. We've set what this whole season's going to be. We've done a lot here. And other than that, give us a follow. Thanks for listening. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. Also follow us over on YouTube. We're at popfilter.co. Our website is popfilter.co. Go ahead and check us out over there. Our good friends cybersprout.net help us build that, and they will help anybody build a beautiful website because that's what they do. You should definitely go check them out. They're your partners for digital world. We also have another show that the people should be listening to. It's called Movie of the Year. Ryan, tell the people what's going on over with Movie of the Year.
Guys, if you liked the finale for 1999 7 years ago when we did it, we're doing it again. So tune in now to see what is going to win Movie of the Year 1999 for the second time, or maybe for the first time. We don't know.
We're on social media.
Yeah, they'll know if they listen.
No, they'll never know.
They'll never
It's
know.
never going to get published. It's on social media. We're at Your Pop Filter on Instagram. Give us a follow over there. We also got an email. It's contact@popfilter.co. If you are watching along with us, which you absolutely should, by the way, we are putting a link to all the episodes in the show notes. So if you want to watch along with us, just go look for the link and they will be there. And if you want to send over your suggestions for awards or your answers, go ahead and do that to our email. It's contact@popfilter.co.
I want the listeners' mic moments. I want to hear what they really think of me.
And of course, we're calling them Joe moments. This
Yeah.
season
Roast
for
me.
some reason.
Yeah, I'm Joe.
Joe moments.
It's going to be that moment when they were like, remember when Mike said that Dundee was a dumb girl,
Yeah.
just over and over again.
I never said it's because she's a girl.
Well,
It was implied.
You
It
inferred,
inferred.
that.
it was kind of, yeah, it was all right there. Next week, you guys, we are going to get into the second episode of Cadillacs versus Dinosaurs. So watch along with us. That is it for this week, though. For Mike, I'm Ryan. For Ryan, I'm Mike. For me, I'm me. Bye, everyone.